Finally putting the motor back in the car. Literally just got off the road, driving 8+ hours, and this is the first thing I do. Finish up some wiring on the harness, and now I'm dropping the motor back in. And hope to get this thing fired up sometime in the morning. So yeah, it'll take a little while to piece it back together with the radiator and all the miscellaneous parts, the heads, the intake, you know, the intercooler, but it's coming back together. It's coming back together. So the challenge now will be to get the transmission jacked up and get the motor lowered so we can get it, the input shaft, into the clutch itself and get the motor positioned. And that's the most time consuming part because I always do it by myself, and I've done it like 6 or 7 times, but that's the most challenging part. Most challenging part is positioning the motor, getting the input shaft into the clutch. Really, Sonny? Really? Alright, so as you guys can see, I got the motor back in. Took a couple tries. Again, I do this by myself, so it's a little more time consuming trying to find the balance between the motor and the trans while not allowing the motor itself to sit on the input shaft of the trans, because it'll bend, and that's not good. So kind of use a transmission. I actually use a floor jack to jack up the transmission while I'm using the engine crane to kind of teeter-totter the two until they connect just right. So I got the trans bolts in. I just got to go underneath and put the bottom transmission bolts in. I got the BMR motor mounts bolted in. You see there, those guys in place. You guys can get a good look at the turbos from underneath here. Got a little wire, not wires, but cables and things like that to clean up. I'm gonna rewire just to clean them up a bit because it's a little bit sloppy under here. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and focus on tightening up this bolt. Let's trim this bolt up here.
Tight now. There it is, just above the starter location. So, I have to move him out the way, or I can try to catch it there.
Thing's very tight down here with the bottom out twin turbo setup, and dropping those guys are on your back is not fun at all. I had to reinstall new turbos, so I had to do that, and it is not fun. I honestly, you know, put a clutch in, I would honestly, instead of having to drop the turbos and the transmission, I would, and I have, rather drop the entire engine, pull the entire motor, than to drop the trans with those turbos and the trans, because it is a pain to put in on your back, and they're not light. That's good. I'll check them again later. All right. Okay, so one turbo, two turbo, AGP plenum. Okay. Cool.